Problems for Eric Almirola and Timothy Peters, both behind the wall already.
Todd Bodine has the least amount of problems of all the people that you just mentioned, Rick. He looks like he can get that truck. He's definitely not going to have to go behind the wall. They're going to be able to get that truck squared away. The team continues to work on it every lap, as well as Greg Pursley.
Let's go down to Chris Devoto.
Guys, I'm actually in the garage watching the crew and Ron Hornaday, the driver, take a look at his race truck. It's actually a mess right now, and Hornaday, we don't have him yet. He's trying to help his crew out. I'm also back here listening to Todd Bodine on the radio, and as you said, he may have the least to lose, or at least be in the least damaging situation of all of these contenders, but you wouldn't know it by his voice on the radio. He is extremely upset, and I'm going to try to work my way in and actually see if I can talk to Ron Hornaday right now. I know he's taking his earplugs out, so I don't know if he can hear me, but I'm going to go ahead as his wife Lindy comes over. We'll see if we can get a word with Ron Hornaday. Ron, obviously the truck very beat up. What happened out there?
Well, it's not a good run for the Carl Chevrolet. I mean, we were terrible all day, and we made an adjustment. I thought we were a little better, but we were so far off. So just somebody checked up there. I mean, I got to the outside, and somebody shot low, and everybody was soft in front. So we'll figure Iowa out pretty soon. We haven't run good here yet, but Kenny's fighting the same problem we are. We're just really loose, and I thought we had it that time, but you never know.
Yeah, Kenny Schrader and Ron Hornaday both driving for Kevin Harvick Incorporated, both brought local sponsors, a couple local Chevrolet dealers on board this week.
So they're going to continue working on the 33 of Hornaday. Again, he's out of his truck. Todd Bodine has been off and on pit road numerous times under this caution. He actually got slapped in the hand, really. He was too fast near one of the safety vehicles when he came on, or getting onto pit road. That was the violation. It wasn't too fast on pit road. He was too fast around one of the safety vehicles.
He's made multiple pit stops, so he was going to restart the race from the tail end anyway. Here's another look at what happened.
Look at this little hole he tries to stick his nose in. And look at the mess that it causes by doing so.
See the 18 now. I think Todd may have thought that the 18 was gonna give him room, knowing that he was going to be in the middle there.
18 and 30. Might have been a little contact just moments ago on the racetrack.
I think the 18 probably brake checked Todd, mad about what happened, and Todd said, "Don't be doing that to me." But Todd's the one who suffered the most damage there. Yeah. Is he going to come back to the pit or just space him?
And they're posting the 30 right now. NASCAR has just posted the 30. So green flag back in the air. Skinner trying to battle with Austin Dillon up front. Crafton and Sauter running just behind him. Justin Lofton in the 7 running 5th.
Well, the posting of Todd Bodine may be the worst thing that's happened to him since that incident.
I don't know. The nose looks really messed up from the contact into the back of the 18 over there.
Great battle for the lead. Austin Dillon on the outside trying to wrestle the lead back away from Skinner.
Austin Dillon in clean air.
Skinner sideways.
So strong. He takes the lead away from Skinner. Here comes Johnny Sauter for second. Crafton's going to try to take third away from Skinner now on the bottom of the racetrack. So Mike Skinner having problems holding on to that race truck and holding on to positions.
Look how much momentum he lost by getting sideways there, as Michael was talking about. It cost him 3 positions.
Yeah, you can't. We talked about momentum here, Phil. He lost all of his just because he couldn't get his truck off turn 4. Meanwhile, our point leader, Todd Bodine, has been black flagged and is coming to pit road.
Todd Bodine will serve the black flag penalty as he comes onto pit road. Now it's a pass-through penalty for the 30 truck.
Again, this is not the kiss of death either, because he's going to be able to go back on the racetrack. Even if he gets lapped, which he probably will, he's going to be in a position for the lucky dog or the wave around. So this is not going to kill Todd Bodine's chances today.
Well, it's certainly something as a point leader you want to try to avoid. An incident on the front straightaway, maybe an over-aggressive move, and then got in an argument on the back straightaway with one of the guys involved in the wreck. Crystal, what's happening?
Well, Todd Bodine actually came on the radio and asked his crew chief, Mike Hillman Jr., what is this penalty for? And they said, for getting into the back of the 18. And he said, he's the one who hit his brakes. So obviously some dissension and some frustration with Todd Bodine inside that number 30 right now.
And so strong. Todd Bodine was running well. I mean, he had a good truck.
A lot of things went wrong there for that 30 team
in a short period of time.
So Todd Bodine now scored 1 lap down in the 16th position. But again, his closest competitors all behind the wall. Eric Almirola, Timothy Peters, Ron Hornaday, Johnny Sauter, though, running second right now. Johnny Sauter coming into this one is 5th in the point standings, but 264 points back.
Caught a glimpse of Justin Lofton getting by Kenny Schrader. That was a battle for the 5th position. There's Stacy Compton, James Busher right now, right behind Kenny Schrader.
What about Stacy Compton? Very solid today, currently running in the 7th spot, racing along behind Schrader. You can see James Busher down on the bottom of the racetrack. That truck's been good low all day long, and he drives on the inside of Compton.
You know, if you're a point leader and you're going to have a bad day, this is probably a pretty good one to have a bad day. When second, third, and fourth, the ball had problems.
Seems similar to his championship run in 06 when he was battling with Johnny Benson, and both of them would seem to have problems at the same time.
Yeah, but that truck's damaged, guys. He just got passed by Jennifer Jo Cobb and Brett Butler. Brett, the fuel doctor truck, came off turn 2 and got under him, and Jennifer went right with him. So Todd's got some serious problems today.
Try to hang on to a top 20 finish for the 30 team. We see James Busher just behind Stacy Compton.
Battle for 7th. I just love the way James is running this track. We see guys mainly in the middle, but he likes to stick it right down on the bottom and has an aggressive approach to the corner as well. Look how low he tucks. I think Stacy likes it too. He decided to go down there with him.
Busher looking to the inside now. Stacy Compton. See if he's got the momentum, which we've talked about is critical here at this racetrack, to get to the inside of that 60. Busher not able to get to the driver's side door of Stacy Compton. Ray?
You know, Rick, earlier you were talking about this being a momentum racetrack. Well, guess what truck James Busher has today? The truck that they ran at Michigan earlier this season. A number of guys electing to bring super speedway style trucks here instead of short track trucks. But my question for Michael and for Phil, what is the strategy got to work out for James Busher? How many laps would you be willing to go into this race and still come in and put those sticker tires on and have a shot at getting the win?
Ray, I would like to see the caution around lap 150 so I could have about 50 laps to make up some ground. We only have 15 trucks right now on the lead lap. If the caution were to come out right now, then we would have a lucky dog and leave us 16 trucks. But remember, with the double foul restarts, when you're talking about restarting 16th, you're only in the 8th row. It's not like the old days.
Well, and the other thing about this, Phil, he is so good on these old tires. That makes me wonder how much an advantage those stickers he has down there on pit road will really be. He gives up a bunch of track position. You get inside 35, 40 laps to go. I don't know that those tires will be good enough to make up that much ground.
But remember, these other guys will have 80 to 90 laps on their tires too. So, you know, there may be a fall up way down the road. We haven't seen anyone run that long on these tires.
Right now, these tires are holding up great, though. Austin Dillon just ran a 24.36. That's about what he's been running
the whole race.
Exactly.
Dillon out front. His closest competitor, Johnny Sauter and Matt Crafton, two teammates, sitting second and third. Dillon looking for his first win in the series. Welcome back to Iowa Speedway and the Lucas Oil 200. Austin Dillon back out front. He's got a 3.2-second lead over Johnny Sauter. Matt Crafton back there in third. Mike Skinner and Justin Lofton making up our top 5.
It's been pretty much an Austin Dillon 200 so far here.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch James Lofton. You know, we saw him early in the race.
Justin.
I was hoping you would correct me.
I was wondering if you were going to go for Busher.
We saw Justin early in the race sideways down in the center of the corner. Almost lost that truck, but ever since then just totally marching toward the front all the way up to the top 5. So great run for Justin. James Busher too.
And just outside that top 5, Kenny Schrader running in the 6th spot. James Busher back there in 7th. Stacy Compton is 8th. Ricky Carmichael in the 9th position. And Greg Persley, one of our spotlights earlier today, in the top 10. He runs 10th right now.
I think it's going to be fun to see these tires. If we do get a caution, what happens with the James Busher truck? He's got those stickers on pit road. Could be a difference maker.
We've completed 141 laps now, make it 142. So I think if I'm James Busher, I would like to see that caution fairly quickly so I can use those laps. Most of the leaders, including Austin Dillon, pitted back on lap number 106. So, you know, they're going to have around 90 laps, and the caution laps out right now. We'll be able to figure it out.
Apparently you called for it. You got it, Phil.
Something's happened to Jason White down into turn 3.
Jay White in the 23, slow on the racetrack. He bounced off of the wall, and you see the right front down on that race truck.
His damage is not the same as we saw